Morning, guys. So let's get the coffee going, man. If you put a bit of honey in it, just to make it a bit nice. So I hope everyone is well. I don't have any major plans on today's live, this morning's live. More of a chit chat. I was going to talk about the Graceland bit a little bit, but not too much. Just putting some honey in it to make it taste a bit nicer. Give it that punch. Okay, one at a time, yeah? So I've got about an hour. I want to give you guys a chance to get on. Okay, so how are we going, Vibex? Morning, Vibex. Hope you're well. Let's try and get the camera position so we can. Let's have a look. Okay, so we can get Elvis in the background. I woke up late today, Rebecca, so I'm not fully awake. I'm like blah, 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 blah. So first thing I did was got my coffee. I really enjoyed yesterday's. Rebecca, it's you and me at the moment. I really enjoyed yesterday's live streams, and I'll tell you why. Because hi, Angel Eyes. Angel Eyes. I may play your song, but I don't want to play it unless you want me to. Yeah, but Rebecca, I really enjoyed yesterday because I really want to get it across. So just so you know, defending Elvis Presley, fans want the truth. We defend Elvis and the bloodline. That's our thing. That's what we do now. Yeah. We also do other things to do with Elvis. You know, Elvis's life, the people Elvis mixed with. We do Elvis's history as well. Yeah. So we're not just a defending Elvis channel. We do more than that. We do anything Elvis. Hi, Sandra. Now, Rebecca, I was going to say, the reason I liked yesterday's live stream, because I really want to get it across that we are not a hate channel. I really want to make people really understand that, yes, we are definitely upset and we definitely want to expose Priscilla Presley. We do. But I also want to show that we don't do it in a nasty way. I want to show that we're going to expose Priscilla so we can defend Elvis and his bloodline. You know, of course, Riley, Finley, Harper, even Tupelo. Yeah. But I want to come across kinder, because sometimes this is just how I am as a person in my heart. Sometimes I think to myself, I hope I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm just discussing it, Vibex. I'm just discussing it. Sometimes I think it's the reason I was telling you is because you were the only one on. Yeah, Vibex. The reason I was telling you is because it was just you and me just now. Yeah. So I'm telling it to everybody. Yeah. I'm saying this to everybody. Okay. I want to. Sometimes I go to bed and I think, am I being a bit too nasty about Priscilla? Am I being cruel to Priscilla? Yeah, because sometimes I try and put myself in Priscilla's shoes and think, how would I feel if there was this Defending Elvis channel? Because obviously we're called Defending Elvis. And sometimes I think, well, there's this guy in England, yeah, who is breaking down all the wrongdoing of Priscilla. I imagine being Priscilla, yeah. There's this guy in England who's got quite a big channel now called Defending Elvis, yeah. And then how would I feel that this guy in England is constantly bringing up and repeating over and over again the wrongdoing of me, Priscilla, yeah. And do you know what? It would bother me. It would bother me. This guy in England has got it in for me. Yeah. But what I want Priscilla to understand is it isn't that I've got it in for her. It's that we love Elvis. We love Elvis. We feel that we know Elvis. We feel that once we were touched by Elvis, you know, decades ago, we had this connection that made us feel protective and defensive, and almost we feel like an uncle, a brother, a dad, yeah, towards Elvis. So now I'll give you another example. Obviously, I have children. I'm married. Now, I do the same for my kids. I would do the same for my wife. I will be protective and defensive. Now, the reason I'm like that isn't because, say, if somebody wronged my wife or wronged my children, yeah, I'm not trying to hate on that person. I'm trying to protect my family. And this is what I'm trying to say about Elvis and Priscilla. It's not that I'm trying to attack Priscilla. It isn't that. It's that I am going to defend Elvis. I'm going to protect Elvis as well as I can as a fan with Team Elvis. Yeah. Does that make sense, guys? So if Priscilla ever watches our show and she sees that every day we are defending Elvis, a lot of what we do is bringing up the wrongdoing of Priscilla. Of course, I bring up the book a lot. Of course, I bring up the book a lot because this book, in my mind, has done a lot of damage and is a book of lies that Priscilla created. So this is what I'm trying to do, Priscilla, in case you ever watch my channel. I'm not trying to make everyone hate you. I don't hate you. I'm trying to undo, or try as little as I can, undo the serious damage that you've done for over 40 years. I think Elvis deserves a voice. Now, you really think about it, guys. There isn't many people defending Elvis. I'm talking about YouTube channels. I'm talking about Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, biographies, documentaries, movies. There isn't much defending Elvis. Now, there's tens of thousands of fans, if not millions, that defend Elvis. Yeah. Obviously, we know the ones that we mix with. So, like, I don't know, PRESLEY Mania, Rhonda, Shauna, or Rare Elvis Photos. He's a great one. He's actually becoming one of my favorite. Rare Elvis Photos, Joe Sins, is becoming one of my favorite because he's reading all these different books. We're seeing a lot of different perspectives on how to defend Elvis and his bloodline, the wrongdoing of Priscilla. So obviously we've got Hidden Minds has just done a brilliant video with Elvis's medical history, but we also have Elvis Lass, we have A&M Vintage, we have EP Fan Archive, we've got Angie's Tea and Tarot, we've got Serge with his Scientology channel to help stop abuse against children. Yeah, I love Joe. He's brilliant, and he's one of our subscribers, and he's goes on our Defending Elvis Presley Facebook page. I love Joe. I've got all the time in the world for Joe, and he makes a lot of time to make videos. Because he does 2, 3, 4 videos a day sometimes. He's very passionate, and he's a gifted man. He's a brilliant singer, and we love his songs. Joe, you sing beautifully. We love your songs. Your songs are so catchy and so memorable, and really get Elvis's story, Priscilla's story to a T. So Joe, if you're ever watching, you're one of my favorite, my friend. So anyway, good morning, guys. Hope you got your coffee. So this is what I'm trying to say, guys. Priscilla, if you ever watch me, we are defending Elvis. We are protective towards Elvis. You have done a lot of damage. We have to somehow, with Team Elvis, with Elvis fans, somehow get you to acknowledge your wrongdoing, to admit that many of the things you have said and done towards Elvis and his bloodline, so this includes towards your own daughter Lisa, towards Riley, Finley and Harper, and even Tupelo, really, because ultimately it all goes down the line, doesn't it? You have to somehow calm down, back down, and admit that you've made some serious mistakes towards your own family. And a lot of them have been based on greed and selfishness and ambition. Many of the things you've done, we feel, have been very cruel. Now, the Elvis fans, we know this. It's clear to us. We know how beautiful Elvis was. Sorry. We know how kind and lovely and a beautiful Christian man Elvis was. Yeah. We also know his faults. We understand that leading up to the engagement, he lived like a single man. We also understand after Priscilla was unfaithful in 1968, just after Lisa Marie was born, Elvis lived as a single man. We get it. Yeah. Now, I don't think Elvis was hell-bent on having sex with loads of women. But do I think Elvis loved women? Yes. Do I think Elvis loved women company? Was he very flirtatious? And definitely. But I do believe within the marriage, in that short little period after Lisa Marie was born and during the pregnancy, I do think Elvis did try and be that loyal person. He wanted to be there for Lisa Marie. So if we judge Elvis just on the fact that he felt like a single man up until 1966, if we judge Elvis on the fact that after you'd betrayed him and been unfaithful with Steve Peck, the dance instructor, that's not fair. That's not fair. We have to judge Elvis on his life, the life he led, not just from the point of view of a very gifted, beautiful, talented singer, actor, obviously the best looking man that has ever been born. Yeah. We have to judge him on the good he did, how his kindness, how much he did for charity, his religious beliefs, his religious upbringing, how it affected his whole life. Of course, his gospel music. But I honestly believe, and I've done so much research, that Elvis was truly a good man, truly to his core. Now, did he have a temper? Yes, but we all do. Was he a human being with faults? Yes, we all are. Yeah. Now, my problem with Priscilla is that she'll go around the world and has done for the last 40 years promoting different Elvis things. Could be anything, couldn't it? Could be a concert. It could, you know, where he has the Philharmonic Orchestra behind him. It could be, she will promote loads of things. It could be her attending different auctions of items, you know, cars, whatever. She will go around the world promoting Elvis, but it's always for self-gain. This is the problem. When Priscilla goes around the world doing these different events, you know, it could even be in Australia, couldn't it? Yeah. She promotes Elvis, but it's always for money. I always see that. Whenever I see Priscilla promoting anything, whether it be a show, an album, an interview, a documentary, a biography, a movie, I always think you're there for money. I always think that about Priscilla. I never think you are there because you loved Elvis. I never think that. And why do I never think that she is there because she loved Elvis? And I'll tell you why, because I know what happened. We Team Elvis, we know what happened. We know the how they met, what went on in Germany, why she moved over to Graceland, and the age that she was. We know the way Elvis lived up until he got engaged. We know after the baby was born, the Steve Peck affair. We also know that after that, really, the marriage was over. They had a fake honeymoon, a fake holiday, fake marriage, all because Elvis was trying to keep this fake front to the world, because Elvis knew all the eyes in the world were on him and Priscilla and Lisa. So Elvis tried to keep this fake front on in 1968, 1969, 1970. Yeah. So then Priscilla has this secret affair with Mike Stone. And then really it's all over, isn't it? And then she demands a divorce. So anyone that thinks that Elvis and Priscilla split up because of Elvis, you are wrong. Priscilla broke up Elvis and Priscilla and took Lisa with her. So my point is, to cut a long story short, guys, My point is this, that yes, we spend a lot of time bringing up the wrongdoing of Priscilla, but I'm not doing it because I'm trying to attack Priscilla. I'm not doing it because I hate her or I want you guys to hate her. I'm doing it because I'm hoping that if we keep repeating the same stuff again and again and again and keep pushing it and pushing it, that eventually she may notice us, Team Elvis, Elvis fans, yeah, with, you know, with the help of the other channels that are also defending Elvis. There's quite a few now. We may get noticed by Priscilla, and then Priscilla may climb down off her high horse. Because at the moment, for the last 40 odd years, Priscilla has been on a high horse. She's been like, ha ha, I am the Emperor of Graceland. I am the spokesperson for Elvis. Everything I say is treated as truth. Everybody treats me as if what I say is fact. No matter what I say, people believe me. No matter what I say, even the media companies, the TV companies, the news companies, no matter what Priscilla said, is treated as truth. Piers Morgan is a recent example. This is how Priscilla sits on a pedestal. Yeah. Now, she's just had a massive kick. This book is a massive kick, like boom. Oops. Uh-oh. I've been caught out. Uh-oh. I've been caught out. Now, Priscilla's way to deal with it is to act like Lisa Marie said things she regrets. This book. Oh, you know Lisa Marie. She said things she regrets. Yeah? Now, we have proved, even us here at Team Elvis, we have proved that Priscilla has been caught lying many times. We've proved it. The most recent thing about having sex at 18, Priscilla has with Elvis, Priscilla has always said that she saved her, that Elvis stopped her from having sex until the night of the wedding. We now know that that has been a lie that she's been telling for 40 years, because it's in this book that they had sex when she was 18. Lisa Marie's own words. She wouldn't lie about that. Lisa Marie would not lie about the age her mother was when she had sex with her father. She wouldn't lie about it, guys. So we now know there's a monumental lie that she didn't sleep with Elvis at age 21. She slept with Elvis 18. Yeah. Now that changes everything, guys. That changes everything. Now you think about it. Yeah. Why does it change everything? Think about it. Why has Priscilla, and I was thinking this the other day, why has Priscilla kept this lie going that they slept together at 21? No, sorry, get it right. At 8, right, hang on, I'm messing up. Right, I say it, start again. I hope you guys got your coffee. Why has Priscilla kept up this lie? They didn't actually have actual sex until she was 21. When we now know it was 18. It's in this book. I think it might be in the first or second chapter. And I was thinking this through. Why was it so important to her that we have to think that they had sex for the first time on the night of the wedding? Yeah. Now I'm going to top up my coffee and warm it up. I want you to answer me that question, guys. Linda's just said it. Because of a lie, her being 21 makes her look an innocent. Linda. Oh, Linda, I got your email, by the way. Thank you. Yes, Linda, I agree with everything you said in the email. But right, listen. I'm going to ask you this question. I'm going to go warm up my coffee. Why did Priscilla, why is she so adamant that she always, for over 40 years, has always said we didn't have sex till the night of the wedding? It's a very important thing, the night of the wedding. Yeah? Right, I'm going to warm up my coffee. I'm going to come back, look at your answers, and we're going to talk about your answers. Right, I do need my coffee to be hot. I can't drink cold coffee. Horrible. Do. Right, let's get my coffee. Get me water. All right. Okay, that's nice. Nice, guys. Nice. We like it. That coffee passes the test. At the moment, everyone's out except for one of my sons. So there's no kids, there's no wife at the moment. Just one 16-year-old who I think is upstairs. Right. Now, just so you know, the point of this morning's live stream is I'm going to show you that I am not trying to create hate, and I don't hate Priscilla, and I'm not trying to be evil to Priscilla. This isn't, oh my God, we must attack Priscilla. No. We are going to get to the truth, using truth. Right. So the question I asked, why has Priscilla, for decades, always insisted that they had sex on the night of the wedding? Now, this has really got me thinking when we have found out that she was actually 18 when they had sex. Okay. I have to believe it because Lisa Marie said it. Is there any of you here that don't believe it? Right. So let me just see what your answers are. Right, so Linda Cudden, I've always wondered about why she always said that, but lied about it, because it was not right back then. Right now, Debbie, I think, said this yesterday. Okay, back then, in the 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s, if you had sex before marriage, yeah, it was classed as a bad thing. But Debbie, she still says it now. She still says it now. I'm pretty sure she said it on the Piers Morgan show last year. So we can't even use that, can we? So Linda, I've always wondered about why she always said that, but lied by it. Let's have a look. Linda, because the lie about her being 21 makes her look innocent. Now that makes more sense, because Priscilla, for a start, she put it in this book. So she has to follow the story of this tatty book, yeah? This book of lies, this reinvention of history, this rewriting of history. None of this is true, guys. It's all bullshit, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes. Right. So she has to carry the story along. Now, remember, you guys are saying to me, she forgets her lies. She'll say a lie, she'll forget it. 5 years later, she'll say something completely different. She's even said in the Loose Women interview, she's basically insinuated that they still had sex when she was, because one of the lies is that Elvis will not sleep with a woman that's had a baby. This is bullshit. This is a complete lie. Yeah. I've always thought that the reason Elvis wouldn't sleep with Priscilla in 1968 was because she'd been unfaithful. Yeah. With Steve Peck. Yeah. So, guys, she's trying to carry on the lie. Yeah. She's trying to paint the picture of this sweet, innocent girl that saved herself, that Elvis wanted her to save herself. Yeah. For the night of the wedding, the night of the marriage. This is what she's trying to protect. This fake story, this fake narrative. Now, we know that the book Child Bride paints a completely different picture of how they met and her reasons for going after Elvis. This changes a lot of things. Now, we can't say all of this is true, There are witnesses. They did do lie detection, but we don't really know because we weren't there. But it does tell you that we have doubts that the Elvis and Me book's version of events of 1959 are different than the version in here. So there's doubts. We know something's not right with Priscilla. Something isn't true. We're being tricked, conned, misled, brainwashed, call it what you want. So I think, I'm going to read your comments. I think, to cut a long story short, the reason she is sticking with the I didn't have sex with Elvis until the night of the wedding is because it fits the narrative. It fits the story that she created. The fake fairy tale, it fits that. As soon as she diverges away from the trick, the con, the fantasy of this book, you know, the beautiful way they met, introduced by Cary Grant accidentally, and then we never had no sex. We were just deeply in love until we got married. Then on the night of the wedding, we had sex. She paints a picture for the public, for the non-Elvis fans. The non-Elvis fans are the ones that have been tricked the most. Yeah. The Priscilla fans, no offense to Priscilla fans, are the ones that have been tricked the most because they've all fallen for this narrative for 40 years. Yeah, more or less. Yeah. So this is my answer to why she says I was 21 when we had sex for the first time on the night of the wedding, which is so beautiful and so romantic. She has to. She has to, because as soon as she says anything different than what she has repeated again and again and again, she looks stupid. She's found out to be a liar, and she is a liar. Guys, no matter what I say here, Priscilla does lie. She does lie. Yeah. And for entertainment purposes, my opinion, but she does lie. So my answer is that simple. She says it because she has to stick to the storyline that we were spoon-fed, that was created by her. When Elvis died, she decides to write this book. She wants to put the wrongs to right. She says the books that have been written before are very unfair to Elvis, so she's going to put things right. She gets an opportunity to create this book, which was a massive bestseller. Millions of copies were sold. This would have made Priscilla very wealthy, just this book alone. She creates the storyline, most of it fantasy, a lot of it lies. Elvis had nothing to do with this book. Elvis can't defend himself. I repeat, Elvis cannot defend himself. So anything she puts in the book is her version of events, her rewriting of the truth. Elvis had nothing to do with this book. Nothing. 7 years after he died, this book was created, written by a divorcee that had been unfaithful, that had ripped him off on a divorce settlement. Yeah? But the public treat Priscilla as if they were still married when Elvis died, as if she is his widow. Remember, she also gave up the name Presley, then took it back. So she has to lie to keep the story going, to convince the non-Elvis fans. Because the non-Elvis fans, they don't put time into research. They don't start reading books like we do. They don't look at the truth. They just briefly glimpse over stuff. So a quick interview from Priscilla on Piers Morgan. A quick, oh, look. Oh, yeah, Elvis was met me when I was 14 and was having sex with loads of women and was a serious drug addict and was binging on cheeseburgers and had a terrible temper and basically treated me terribly. All right, so they're watching these interviews that have gone on all around the world, even recently. Even the Piers Morgan interview, which was only last year, was quite cruel to Elvis. And the general public watch these interviews and go, oh, yeah. That, oh God, that Elvis, he's out of order. Poor Priscilla, the victim, she suffered. That poor girl, she must have suffered. Elvis dragged her from Germany, forced her into Graceland, made her a prisoner, then ran around the world having sex with different co-stars whilst making movies, was really cruel to her, and then eventually became a drug addict and ran off with other women. No wonder Priscilla left him. No wonder Priscilla left him. The poor girl, the poor victim, and she was a virgin as well. She gave up everything for Elvis. You get it, guys? You get the story? All of what I've just said is fake, is not true. All of it is not reality of what truly went on. We know it's very different than what I've just said to you. So this is how the public have been tricked and conned and misled again and again and again. And it is cruel. It's so unfair. It sickens me. And I'm gutted that Elvis is portrayed in the way that he is. Even more with the Priscilla film, Sofia Coppola's Priscilla film, which just verifies everything I've just said to you about the Book of Lies being used to create that film. So now the public gets snippets of Priscilla's bad behavior from things like the way she contested the will, Lisa Marie's wishes for her children to have Gracelands. So the public are starting to understand, think something's not right. The Bridget Cruz trial, the auctioneer. Yeah, the public is starting to go, something isn't right here. Then suddenly this book comes out, which is like a gun being shot. Yeah, bang. Oh, the public are starting to get a feel that something is not right. So then we've got us defending Elvis Presley, and we're exposing all the wrongdoing, all the lies, all the twisting of the truth, the changing of the truth. Yeah, some disgusting behavior from Priscilla, from Priscilla's boyfriends. Priscilla putting herself before her own daughter. Priscilla throwing Lisa Marie into Scientology. So we're all going, oh, the public slowly are starting to get it. Slowly. That much at the moment. Yeah. And that is why we're called Defending Elvis. Now, we're just small YouTube channels. We can't really make a lot of difference. But if we persistently keep repeating the same stuff over and over again, and we grow and grow and grow as a channel, Defending Elvis, with other channels. So we're creating a movement with many other channels, which is what I want. Yeah, I invite all other channels that want to defend Elvis. I invite them to be part of what we do. Yeah, I know many channels are quite cagey. They don't really like to share around what we're doing, but I do. 100%. I want to help push other channels grow, so together we can defend channels like Hidden Minds, Rare Elvis Photos, Presley Mania, Tenderly Loving Elvis, EP Fan Archive, A&M Vintage. I'm sorry, Hidden Minds. I'm sorry if I've forgotten any of you guys out there, because I know quite a few of you are supporting us now. Yeah, so this is where we're coming from, guys, and eventually we get loud enough where hopefully one day we get the attention of Priscilla. And we hope that Priscilla will just climb off her box and start to admit wrongdoing. And then we get the attention of the media, like Piers Morgan needs to do another interview with Priscilla. So we this time get the truth, because the last interview was a complete joke. But now maybe Piers Morgan's ears are pricking up since this book was written. Maybe Piers Morgan is now thinking, oh, I messed up. There's some more truth that we need to get at. I guarantee you Piers Morgan liked Lisa Marie Presley. So I would have thought Piers Morgan will be thinking, shit, I need to get to the truth here. I've looked a bit stupid in that last interview with Priscilla. I fell for the bullshit. I fell for the brainwashing. I was used. I've been misled. Piers Morgan, I'm hoping we'll do another interview. And I just like to think that the louder we get with the other channels, that eventually we get onto a world stage and people start to understand that Elvis's image and reputation needs to be corrected. Corrected, guys. Right, let's just go through some of your comments. She will always lie. Well, Teresa, she will always lie. But you can only lie so much because eventually you look a bit stupid. You can only cry wolf so much because eventually you look stupid. So we just keep pushing and pushing. So we've got a new person, MM. Hi there. I'm in the USA, in California. MM, welcome to Team Elvis. We like new people. Let's just keep going. Same here, Angel Eyes. Right, let's have a look. I didn't mean, I meant pregnant. Right, let's have a look. Let me read some of your comments a minute, guys. Now, someone told me about someone. Do you know Steve Peck, the guy that Priscilla was unfaithful to in 1968, just after Lisa Marie was born? Someone pointed me out to a video of him dancing when he was old. Do any of you want to see that? Let's have a look. Let's just get through this. I want to try and read some of your comments. Okay, guys? According to her, Pamela, but now you mention it, maybe she cheated before her during the pregnancy. If that story is true, she definitely could have been seeing Steve Peck during the pregnancy, because why would she suddenly start seeing him 6 weeks after the baby's born? It doesn't make sense. I would have thought she was building up a relationship with Steve Peck before Lisa Marie was born. So Pamela says, don't forget he asked for a trial separation during pregnancy. We don't know that's true, do we? We don't know that's true. And if he did, we don't know the reason. Yeah? If Elvis was going to ask for a trial separation during the pregnancy, there must have been a bloody extreme reason, because that is completely out of character for Elvis. I don't believe it happened, but that is completely out of character unless he'd caught her being unfaithful during the pregnancy, which is, you know, you can be unfaithful even when you're pregnant, can't you guys? Yeah. I agree. Let's have a look. Karen says she'll never change her story. She'll always stick to it. You could be right, but I'm going to keep trying. I think the woman who had babies lie is to justify her need to find another man. Well, 100% Priscilla had the hots for other men. 100%, didn't she? Come on, guys. We've learned that. I only got to know Elvis by stage, not in his private life. He doesn't really comment. Elvis only comments how he started out. Elvis got the answers, but he's private. So I'm going backwards on the comments, guys. Memphis, MM. I'll be honest, I've always found it hard to believe, but I actually did want to believe it. I think it was just more to show all that she wasn't like any other woman, but a special one. Well, I think what you're saying is that Elvis chose Priscilla because she was unique. They had a special connection, that they had fallen deeply in love, and she was the one. This is what the Priscilla fans want to believe. This is how Priscilla portrays their romance. Yeah, this is all part of the brainwashing. And even when you see the images of Elvis and Priscilla at the wedding, you know, holding the baby, at the birth of the baby outside the hospital, this is all part of the trick. You fall for the image. But the truth behind the image is very different. Very different. Elvis, now it's coming out that he had a few different girlfriends in Germany. We know that he didn't see her for 2 to 3 years after he met her. He only met her for between 2 and 6 months in Germany. We know that when he came back to America to do GI Blues and do the Frank Sinatra show and make some albums with RCA Victor, we know that he had girlfriends, not just Anita Wood, others as well. So this thing where, oh my God, Elvis just loved Priscilla, it's a trick, it's a con, it's not true. But that's what Priscilla likes us to think. In the early years, when they first met, Priscilla wants us to think that Elvis met her at 14, was deeply in love with her, and stayed in love with her until they divorced. That's what she wants us to think. They were together for 14 years, that they were married for 6 years. One of the most common things I hear, oh, Elvis and Priscilla were married for 6 years. No, they weren't, because they married on May the 1st, 1967. less than a year later, she'd been unfaithful just after Lisa Marie was born, and they were over, guys. Then they had a fake marriage for about 2 years, a pretense marriage, because Elvis wanted to keep face. And then she was secretly dating Mike Stone, the karate champion, for a year before Elvis found out, around 1971. Could have even been the end of 1970. So their marriage really was over by 1971 because she was sleeping secretly with Mike Stone, the karate champion, the so-called karate instructor. Yeah. So you work it out, guys. If they married in May the 1st, 1967, and by 71, it was all over because she was seeing Mike Stone behind Frances Stone, his wife's back. Frances Stone was pregnant and also had a 4-year-old girl. So Priscilla broke up Mike Stone's family. Priscilla befriended Frances Stone, Mike Stone's wife, and then was secretly sleeping with Mike Stone. It's pretty sick, guys. Pretty sick. My point is that it's all a big fantasy. The reality behind the fantasy, behind the fake, the fairy tale is quite disgusting. Quite disgusting. Yeah. So let's keep going, guys. But you get the idea here. We've been tricked. We've been tricked. I'm just going back on a few comments. So, Mr. Chips. Hi, Mr. Chips. We haven't seen you for a while. I can't imagine doing it to either one of my sons, much less if he was deceased. So disrespectful to your child's memory. So true. I personally think that she's been very cruel to her own children and her grandchildren. Really do. Now, even Navarone, look at the way he's turned out. There's something seriously wrong there. There's something very damaged about Navarone, who was once just a normal child, has turned into this quite scary looking person. And why? What happened? So Karen says, just like she's put it across, she was sweetness and light before the first time she went to Graceland. Yeah, which we know isn't true, is it, guys? The real Priscilla is different. Priscilla was pregnant when they married. Many of you, and that is it. The Becks, it's very possible. Very possible. Very, very possible that she was pregnant. Very possible. Linda, could also be to stave off the narrative that could have come out about her promiscuity. Yeah, and it does seem that she was promiscuous when she was a teenager. We don't know it, but the book Child Bride says it. So I'm just quickly going back over your comments. I don't know why she felt she had to mention about her sex life. She was bragging. Let's have a look. That was Angel Eyes. Let's have a look. Elvis, Luan. Hi, Luan. Elvis mentioned in the awards on stage, he said something about the image of the man. I don't forget how he says it. See, back then, it's hard to know him from his private life. So, Mr. Chips, I don't think Priscilla cares as long as she has the Midas in her back pocket. And she has, Mr. Chips. She has had the media in her back pocket. She has. The Piers Morgan shows that. Doesn't it? She wraps them around her little finger and they ask the same boring questions again and again and again. You go back over all the interviews. They always ask the same questions. It's very predictable. She knows what they're going to ask. She doesn't even have to speak. All she has to do is nod her head. That's all she really has to do. Because the media want to paint Elvis in a bad light. They always boast that he's gifted and handsome. Yeah, a beautiful singer, a rock and roll legend. They always say that. But then they say the bad stuff. Oh, you were 14. Did he have a temper? Did he force you to take drugs? Yeah, they have to throw it in. Louis, do you think Sally Hoddle got a lot of her information for Kathy Westmoreland's book? Kathy knew before Sally. Sandra, I can't honestly answer that book. I can say this, that how can I say it without being nasty? I don't trust Sally Hoddle because of the way she has treated the fans. When she told us off for having opinions against Priscilla, I lost trust with Sally Hoddle, because I think the fans are what keep Sally Hoddle where she is with that book, Destined to Die Young. So I don't trust her. So how she sourced her information to write her book, I don't know. But the Kathy Westmoreland book, I have been listening to Rare Elvis Photos. I was actually listening to it last night. It's I've only listened to bits of it, but it is pretty amazing. It is quite mind-blowing, isn't it? The things that she says. And that book, when I was listening to Joe last night reading it comes from the heart, doesn't it? Vivek's coconut oil in coffee. I've never tried that. I think I will. It's a good idea. You got to whisk it in. I prefer butter, but you must blend it, otherwise it tastes weird. If you make a coffee, blend it with a bzzz machine, otherwise it tastes weird. Right. Okay, let me just go catch up with the comments back to the bottom now. I only ever cared about Priscilla when she was married to Elvis. Who can forget when Lisa was born? I stopped liking her when she divorced Elvis and yanked Lisa and Marie away. Yeah. Hi, Karen. Are you okay? Hi, Elvis Police. So M. Yeah, Mr. Chips. I agree with that. Right, have I missed Karen? I saw. Hi, Maria. Hope you're well. I saw that also. I really think she is doing that now to take the focus off the lawsuit. I'm going backwards, guys, to try and catch up. So Elvis Police, the fairy tale helps maintain endearment for Priscilla Presley. It's good for the brand. I agree with that. It's the fairy tale that has tricked the world. It's the fairy tale that has tricked all the interviewers, all the TV companies, all the documentaries, biographies. They've all been tricked in every country, guys. It doesn't matter where the interview is, in every country, it's the same story. And people keep repeating it again and again. Priscilla can't believe it. Priscilla cannot believe that all these people, the public, the general public, not Elvis fans, that all the big TV media companies like Netflix, yeah, are just carrying on with the timeline. They're just carrying on as if. Let me just turn my battery on my laptop. So you get what I'm saying, guys? She thinks the public are stupid because we're still falling for the same old story. Yeah, she can't believe it. She's like, oh my God, I've been telling this lies for, since I left Elvis, which officially was in 1973, and the public even now, how many years later, guys? Work it out the years. 50 years later, the public are still falling for it. It's like, even when books like this come out, yeah, the public still believe Priscilla. It's the Priscilla fans still believe Priscilla. It doesn't make sense, guys. You go to any Priscilla Facebook page, and the way they talk about Priscilla is like she can do no wrong. Like everything wrong that happened to her was Elvis's fault. They have an excuse and a reason for everything. Even her relationship with Lisa Marie Presley. Everything is blamed. All the wrongdoing is blamed on Lisa Marie. Now, we know that Lisa Marie was abused, yeah? We know that Priscilla was a terrible parent to Lisa Marie. For entertainment purposes, guys, just an opinion. This whole show is for entertainment purposes. But we know that Lisa Marie went through hell, unimaginable hell, at the hands of her mother and her mother's boyfriends. But the Priscilla fans will blame everything on Lisa Marie. Oh, she was a drunk. She chased men. She had a drinking problem at age 10. She was an addict. She was on opiates. One of the most common things they say about Lisa Marie is that she squandered and wasted all the money and was a big spender and is the reason that Graceland's financially was in trouble. Everything is not Priscilla's fault. This is the narrative. This is the story that is perceived. Nothing is Priscilla's fault. And she's getting away with it, guys. She's getting away with it. It's like, it doesn't add up. I only ever cared about Priscilla. All right, so let me just go forward more to... Right, let's just check the comments. I'm sick of people saying to me, Prissy saved Grace. And oh, there we are. Look. Exactly. We have proved, yeah, with the help of Amy Collett, Auntie Amy, that they were never going to sell Graceland. At worst, it was going to be taken over by Memphis City. It was always going to be a living museum. They'd already proved that it was going to be a massive success as a living museum because of the amount of people visiting the gravesite, yeah, in the meditation garden. They knew it was going to be a massive success. It was costing an absolute fortune to maintain the grounds and the buildings so that the fans could visit the graves. Yeah, they knew that if they charged $5 a person, it was going to make an absolute fortune. But Priscilla stands there and says, I saved it and the living museum was my idea. She takes full credit for it when we know that the living museum, all the plans for the living museum had already been drawn up before Priscilla came along. The Memphis City were working on it thoroughly. So again, it's another lie, isn't it? It's another twisting of the truth. Now, you speak to any non-Elvis fan, and they will tell you that Priscilla saved Graceland, that Priscilla, it was her idea to do the living museum. They will also say that if she didn't save Graceland, and if she didn't open it as a living museum, Elvis was going to be forgotten. They will also say that if Priscilla hadn't stepped in and saved Graceland, it was going to get broken up and sold off in pieces. Even the wallpaper off the walls. It is such bullshit. Such bullshit. But the public, the non-Elvis fans fall for it. Isn't it, guys, aren't you lot fed up of being embarrassed when you say to a stranger, oh, I'm an Elvis fan, and they start calling him names? Oh, he's a paedophile. He was shagging everything in sight. He was a violent man that went around shooting everything, binging on cheeseburgers. Isn't it embarrassing for us as Elvis fans? We have to put up with shit like that. Put up with this crap. Elvis was so far from the image that is portrayed. So we must defend Elvis. We must try and get the non-Elvis fans to see the truth. For Elvis to stand any kind of a future in the way of the new generations, you know, people in the teenagers in their 20s and 30s, we have to clear the way for Elvis. And the way we clear the way is that we keep repeating the truth over and over. We keep repeating Priscilla's wrongdoing over and over. We expose things using this book. We disagree with this book, this fake book. And we also ask questions about this book. You get it, guys? That is our job. We're clear. It's like we're clearing the pathway in front of our house so that people can walk through it and see the truth. And we're not there, guys. We're not there. We're miles away from it. Satnin. Yes, I've had many arguments over Elvis. So have I. And do you know what? I feel very awkward. Linda, I'm sick of trying to educate people about the truth. Angel Eyes, I have to avoid people like that. Let's have a look. So it's Saturning off, are you? Thank you, Saturning. But the point is, guys, do you know what? Until someone high up, an important person, like Piers Morgan, yeah, sits on a world stage and says, do you know what? There's something not right here. There's something wrong here. We've found out quite a few lies now. Until a proper media company does decent research and does a decent news program that exposes all these lies, not just from Priscilla, but mainly from Priscilla, yeah? Until someone goes out of their way and spends lots of time. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Michelle just bought me a coffee. Michelle bought me a coffee. Thank you. Guys, anyone buys me a coffee or sends me a thank you, I appreciate it. But my point is this. Until a big organization, yeah, says, right, let's take this by the horns. Let's tell the public the truth. Let's do something that goes around the world, exposing the truth, that defends Elvis, that clears Elvis's name, that exposes all the lies in this book. Until then, we haven't achieved nothing. It's like, how can I say it? I'm trying to think of an example to use. Yes, I think in England, you know, obviously we all love Princess Diana, don't we? We all love Princess Diana, yeah? All of us, all around the world. We all remember Princess Diana, the beautiful wedding. Now, is it Martin Bashir? Was it him? It's been exposed now that the way she was treated, there were many lies told about Princess Diana. It's also been exposed with Michael Jackson that there were many lies. Things were twisted. Now, I'm not trying to talk about Michael Jackson or Princess Diana. I'm trying to say that the important people that do interviews, that do documentaries, that do biographies, lie. They lie through the tabloids, through the documentaries. And this is what's been happening with Elvis. That lies have been repeated again and again and again, and the public have fallen for it. And there is nobody defending Elvis except for us silly little, no offense, we're just little YouTube channels, aren't we? I'm just a guy in his kitchen at home. Yeah, I'm an Elvis fan. That's all I am. Who are the important people that matter, that can make a difference defending Elvis? And there are none. If I said to you now, tell me one person that is important, that can make a difference, that defends Elvis, that exposes Priscilla's wrongdoing, you couldn't name one. You could not name one. Even if we talk about the new Netflix documentary with Elvis. I think it's coming out. Is it coming out? What's the date? On the 13th, isn't it? So it's coming out in 5 days, yeah? I think it relates to the 68 comeback special. Even if we talk about the Netflix documentary, come on, guys. Jerry Schilling and Priscilla are a big part of that documentary on Netflix. There's no way we're going to hear Elvis being defended. No way, yeah? Now, I don't trust Jerry or Priscilla. I don't hate Jerry. I actually think Jerry's a nice guy, but he's in Priscilla's pocket. There's a possibility Jerry had a relationship with Priscilla. They're two like that. They're two like that. I know Jerry's a nice guy. I know he was the good-looking one. Mr. Chips has become a member. Yes. Mr. Chips, thank you so much for becoming a member. It means everything to me. Really does. Guys, please become members. Only $1 a month. It's nothing you can cancel at any time. But this is my point. You've got Jerry Schilling. You've got Priscilla Presley. And there's going to be others in this documentary on Netflix. Yeah? They're not going to defend Elvis. They'll talk about how gifted he was, how talented he was, about the 68 comeback special. And we all know the story, don't we? We've all heard it 1,000 times. They're all going to make money. Jerry Schilling will make money. Priscilla Presley will make money. Everybody interviewed in the new Netflix documentary will make money. Netflix will make millions. Netflix will make millions. Yeah? But will Elvis be defended? Will Elvis be defended in the Netflix documentary? I'm asking you that, guys. Seriously, can you answer that question? I agree. Lisa said Michael Jackson was treated unfairly by Martin Bashir. She said it was a calculated interview. I've seen that interview, Karen. I'll be straight with you. My wife doesn't believe that Michael Jackson was a paedophile. My wife doesn't believe it. He just for his age, he didn't know how the correct way to act around children for such an older man. That's my wife's opinion. But we're not here to talk about Michael Jackson. Yeah, welcome, Mr. Chips. I think the authorities like Priscilla see Priscilla with the Elvis once married to the highest performer, or the authorities would act straight away on the Michael Edwards. I can't figure it out. Luann, I cannot figure out why Michael Edwards has not been arrested. I cannot figure it out. It doesn't make sense. Guys, I was a massive Michael Jackson fan, massive, right from the 70s. I've always loved Michael Jackson. There were certain things. The Beatles, Elvis, Michael Jackson. They were my three big loves when I was growing up. So it's complicated, isn't it, guys? It's complicated. I think they be subtle digs against Elvis, like he was a great. I don't believe either, Louis, but they won't be interviewed. What? I added Netflix to my streaming to watch the new documentary before I found out Priscilla was going to be in it. It sounds like several other guests will talk to. Guess I'll just have to mute her. Come on, I watch anything Elvis. I watched the Priscilla film. I watched it. I enjoyed the scenery, you know, Gracelands. Then we got the 1950s settings where they supposedly met with Cary Grant. The behind the scenes stuff was great. It was amazing. It's very impressive. But the storyline was a lie because it was based on this book. And the guy who played Elvis was laughable, even though he's probably a nice guy himself, Jacob Elordi. But he looked terrible as Elvis. Way too tall and bandy. Didn't sound like him. He droned. And then the girl that played Priscilla, she was beautiful like Priscilla, but she didn't say anything, guys. She didn't say anything. She just stood there and smiled or looked sad. So the film storyline was terrible. And the whole point of the Priscilla film was to make her look like the victim and to make him look good. Yeah? Sorry, to make her, I'll repeat, sorry, I got that wrong. Her looked like the victim and Elvis looked bad. Priscilla the victim, Elvis looked bad. That was the whole point of the Priscilla film. And again, I keep saying this. Finally, Priscilla was like, yes, they're making a movie about me. I am Elvis. I am Elvis. Yeah? Let's block out this bit. Finally, I am Elvis. We don't need that bit. I am Elvis, not Elvis. Me, Priscilla. That's what the film was about. Yeah? Finally, a massive, famous film director, movie maker has chosen me to make a movie about me. I've reached the pinnacle of my success. No, Priscilla, it flopped. It flopped. It was a terrible film. It flopped, and it was made from a book of lies. A book of lies, and that is why it flopped. The fans are not stupid. The fans are not stupid. So, for entertainment purposes, guys, just opinions. Let's have a look. Because by law it happened too long ago, Louis. The law in America is different to UK law. It's wrong. So, do you know what? Even if that is the case, Michelle, I still want him. I still want him questioned. If the authorities aren't going to question him, he should be trial by the people. Trial by the people, the fans. It was boring, Michelle. It was boring. Misha, it's bad. No one will be held accountable. Well, Linda, let's just wait. Let's hope that something comes out from this, so that these alleged allegations against Michael Edwards come true. In the SK case, I am sure there is no statute of limitations. The problems will be Lisa passing away. She can't give a statement. Well, she has, hasn't she? On tape, she has. Hi, David. I agree, but the law over there in the state she lived in states that it's hard to report before a victim is 40. It has, no, right, sorry. In the state that she lived in states that it has to be reported before the victim is 40. Elvis Police says the film was a mega flop. You've a strong stomach, Louis. Haven't watched Priscilla and never will. Never read Elvis and Me or watch the TV show. And it's based on either. If the real Elvis isn't in it, I'm not interested. That's fine. I understand, Mr. Chips. But I do read this book. We're going to read chapter 18. I might do it later today. And the reason I read the book is so we can defend Elvis. Because I love going through the chapters and picking out all the lies and calling Priscilla a liar. I love it. This is one of my favorite things I read to defend Elvis. This is so easy to defend Elvis. There's so much wrong in this book. I find it actually quite funny. I actually find this book like as if it was written for children. This is a children's book, guys. I enjoy ripping into that book. It's one of my favorite things I do. Chapter 18, we're going to do it later. Is it right, Louis? I looked it all up and I agree that something should happen and they should be accountable. Yes, I don't know how, Michelle, but yeah. She did a book and on tape. Hope tapes don't disappear. Well, they say that if we're talking about Lisa, they say that we don't know everything that was on those tapes. So some people think there's going to be a volume 2 of From Here to the Great Unknown. Wouldn't that be interesting? I couldn't understand Jacob Elordi. I needed subtitles. Yeah. It's like... Now, the girl that played Priscilla was beautiful. Yeah. But the acting, there wasn't acting. It was just smiling. When Lisa Marie talked about the essay on the Howard Stern show, I think California statute of limitations had run out. And I've seen, Mr. Chips, I've seen that interview. I can't stand Howard Stern. I think he's a disgusting man. I think the way that he spoke to Lisa Marie in that interview was disgusting. I cannot stand him. Cannot stand him. I feel so sorry that she went through that humiliation. The only good thing that came from that interview was the fact that she brought up this abuse allegedly from Michael Edwards, this alleged abuse. That was the only good thing that came from that interview. I don't know about that, Gio. Let's have a look. Can't see volume 2 for Lisa Marie's book. Riley had to fill in 10-year gap. Well, who knows? Who knows? I think I've got my yeah, I agree. Angel Eyes, I agree. It makes your skin crawl, that interview with Howard Stern. But I don't think we're completely have seen everything from Riley Keough that we're gonna see. I think there's more to come, and I'll tell you why. Because I think she's in a very awkward place where she can only say so much. I think She has to be careful what she says. She could face a lawsuit from Priscilla. We now know from, you know, Presley Mania, Rhonda has said that there was a possible lawsuit. I think she exposed it from Bridget Cruz's information on her lawsuit, that there was about to be a lawsuit announced between Lisa Marie and Priscilla before Lisa Marie died. So this tells me that Riley Keough has to be careful because she doesn't want a massive lawsuit with Priscilla, especially Priscilla being so old, Priscilla being her grandmother. Priscilla is a very powerful person with very powerful lawyers, isn't she? Yeah. She's very experienced in lawsuits, Priscilla is. So Riley, at the end of the day, she's not experienced in the business world, in lawsuits. So I think Riley is playing a different game. She's being very careful what she says in these interviews that she's done around the world. I think, I keep repeating this, I think that she's letting the book do the talking. All the information that we need is in this book. Riley Keough made sure that she kept in the gory details, the alleged abuse of Michael Edwards towards Lisa, and the terrible parenting of Priscilla towards Lisa. Lisa Marie's feelings about her own mother, feeling unwanted. Yeah. She's also kept in there the partying that was happening with Lisa Marie, no, with Priscilla, with her boyfriends. So I think Riley, all she can really do is let the book do the talking. And I keep repeating that Priscilla was removed from the cover. Yeah. Priscilla was removed from the cover of this book. And that speaks volumes. That speaks volumes. The fact that she hid Priscilla. Yeah. She hid Priscilla from the cover of this book. She did it for a reason. She did it for a reason. She's trying to talk to us without getting in trouble. She's trying to tell us something without saying it, because she knows if she says it, there's problems. Same with the book signing, Riley Keough's book signing at Gracelands. It's obvious Riley Keough went to Gracelands for the book signing to launch this book, to promote this book. She wants the whole world to know. She wants it to be a bestseller. She wasn't going to stop Priscilla marching into that Gracelands. It's the building in front of Gracelands. She wasn't going to stop it because she's too powerful. Priscilla is too powerful. She's got a team of lawyers that have worked with her. She's got Scientology in her pocket. There's no way that Riley was going to keep Priscilla out of that room. Priscilla was going to get in that room and have her say. She was going to have her say. Right, my son's messaging me. So you get what I'm trying to say, right, guys? Someone messaged me, and that they found a video of Steve Peck dancing when he was old. Steve Peck, the guy that Priscilla was unfaithful to Elvis with, 6, 7, 8 weeks after Lisa Marie was born, 10 months after the wedding. So I'm going to find it and play it for you guys. Do you want me to play it just for the sake of it? Now, I didn't know if it was him at first, but then I read the comments, and a few of the comments said it was him. So do any of you want me to play you Steve Peck dancing? He's an elderly man now. Yeah, Gio, you're right, man. I'll tell you what, Gio, you'll be surprised what I do when I shut this laptop. I got 5 kids, mate. I don't just sit around. Trust me, those kids keep me busy. Busy. Right, shall I do it? Come on then, let's see if I can find it. I found it last night and I watched it. Let's see if I can get it on my history. It's just an old guy dancing. at some social event. He's not a great looking guy. That's right. Here we go. Now, remember, I checked the comments because I didn't believe it at first. Right, are you ready, guys? Steve Peck dancing. Yeah. Now remember, he was a much older man than Priscilla. I was told that he was 39 when he was dating Priscilla, and she was 20. Let me try and work it out. 22. So he's a much older man. Yeah. Now I'm not going to guarantee you that this is him, but I've read the comments, and the comments say that it's him. Okay. Have any of you ever seen Steve Peck? Yeah. Right. Are you ready?
This is a special night, and what I'm going to do for you, I can see, I was a dancer, see, and I danced with Santana. So I'm going to dance for you, me. Something you want to don't worry about it, okay? You kids sit down and learn something.
So did you hear that? He says, I was a dancer, and I'm going to dance for you. I danced with Santana. I don't know who that is. But he also says he's 71 years old.
Get that camera in front of me at the side, because I'm in the movies, too.
Bye, Debbie. Now, YouTube are going to make me mute this, so I will have to mute it. What do you think, guys? You think that's him? Right, let me get my coffee. Right. So, okay. So does anyone think that's actually him? Let's have a look. So it said he was 71. Let me just, so Finola, Finola, where have you been? We haven't seen you for ages. Right. Okay, let's, right, we'll look at it again, right, guys? So it says 6 years ago, Steve Peck dancing at our wedding 6 years ago. So 6 years ago, he was 71. Well, let's work it out. Does that make sense? So if he was 39, my maths is terrible. If he was 39 when he had his affair with Priscilla in 1968, I can't add up. Let me just think. 1968, 39. So let's round it off to he's 40. Yeah? So if we bring it up to the year 2000, don't know. That doesn't make sense. No, that doesn't fit. So it tells me that this is a very old video. Yeah? It doesn't say. Does anyone think it's him? Can I ask you that? Does anyone think that it's actually him? That is actually Steve Peck? Okay, now, Angel Eyes, do you want me to play your song? But I have to say this to you, Angel Eyes. If I play your song, I have to keep this video public. So I won't play it if I have to make it private. So Angel Eyes, it's your decision. Oh, actually, Angel Eyes, actually, I'll tell you what I could do. I'll mute it. I'll mute it after tomorrow. It'll be public for one day. Angel Eyes, shall I play it? It'll be public for one day. So, Michelle, do you think it's him or not? He died on the 9th of October 2005. The thing is, I've looked, you can't get pictures of him. Steve Peck, dance teacher. Steve Peck, dance teacher. You can't get a picture of him. I've tried before. I've seen look, this comes up. Look, see? Let's have a look. Is it him or what, guys? Is that the same guy in that video we just watched? Let's have a look. There we are. Is that him? It's not very clear. Okay, so Angel Eyes, can I play it? Give me a yes. Can I play it? I need a yes. Right, let's have a look. Now, subscribers, members, I love it when you guys sing for Team Elvis, sing for me, sing for us. I love it. So Angel Eyes sang a song, sent it to us. So I want to play it for you guys. Now, if any of you want to send me a song of you guys singing, you're very welcome. But if you do, I'll always enjoy playing it for you guys. Team Elvis. So this is Helen, Angel Eyes, singing her song. I've added a bit to it. Guys, I hope you enjoy it. Let's have a look. Let's see if it's going to work. Guys, Louis, defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth off YouTube. I love it when the subscribers, the members, sing us a song, especially for Team Elvis. Let's listen to Angel Eyes do her thing. She has a great voice and looks fabulous. Hope you enjoy it, guys. Thanks a lot. Yay! Whoa! Well done. Nice little bow.
We're having our dinner. Oh, thank you, darling. Thanks, kids. I'll do a song specially for you. I'll do a fast Elvis song for you. Okay? So you look out for it. Love you all. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Yes, come on. Bring it for beautiful Angel Eyes. Who's got the guts to do that? Now, didn't she look very smart? You could see she'd made an effort and done her hair nice, had a beautiful belt on. She had the moves. She knew how to move, guys. Come on. Let's all give her a big round of applause. Woohoo! That takes guts. Angel Eyes, Helen, that takes guts, what you just did. So you have a lovely voice. You are a talented lady. Your dad would be proud. Yes. Now, guys, I loved it. That woke me up. So we've had quite a serious live stream this morning. So it was lovely to end it with Helen, Angel Eyes, doing her thing. Unfortunately, YouTube are going to make me delete it tomorrow. So if you want to watch Angel Eyes singing, it'll be gone tomorrow because YouTube will make me delete it. But I have a feeling that Angel Eyes has put it on her Facebook channel. Yeah? Yeah, it was good, wasn't it, Sandra? It was good, wasn't it? David, everyone liked it, Angel Eyes. Yes, Mum and Dad smiling down. I'm just so happy for you, Angel Eyes. You really look like you're coming into your own. You're starting to get your mojo back. Yeah, I like to think that we here at Team Elvis, Defending Elvis, are doing some good. Guys. We're more than just an Elvis channel. Now, I had a couple of you message me. I think it was Valvis. Valvis isn't there this morning. Valvis, Valvis, are you there? And he was saying that when we were talking about forgiveness, that he could see how important forgiveness is. Yeah. So Valvis, I'm so pleased that that you took on board what I was trying to say, that we can defend Elvis. We can defend Elvis from a place of love, a place of forgiveness, from a good heart. We can do it, guys. We don't have to be nasty. We don't have to call people names, because this is one of the things. All right, sorry. Okay, Linda. Valvis, sorry. Right. So this is what I was trying to say, guys. Thank you, Linda. What I was trying to say, you are loved. Angel Eyes, you are loved, okay? But what I was trying to say is that we can really defend Elvis and his bloodline without calling anyone names, because I don't like it. All these other Facebook channels that are saying horrific names about Priscilla, I don't like it. These other Facebook channels that are I think they're very cruel. I think that isn't how you defend Elvis. Elvis would not want us to defend him by ridiculing Priscilla. He wouldn't want that. Elvis would just want the truth out. He would want the truth out in a respectful way. So when I spoke about forgiveness yesterday, it isn't because I'm a Priscilla fan. It's because we're going to do things the right way. We're going to do things Team Elvis way. Team Elvis, we defend with respect. We defend with dignity. Yeah? I want to be proud of how we defend. And when I look at other people, the way they defend Elvis, sometimes I think, you know, it ain't right. It ain't right, guys. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I like to think that we defend Elvis in the way that Elvis would want us to defend him. I'll repeat that. We defend Elvis in a way that Elvis would want us to defend him. Yeah, in a kind, respectful way, in a well-mannered way. Yeah, no hate. So that's important to me, guys. It's important to me. I don't want to go to bed at night thinking that I've been hateful, thinking that I'm being nasty to anyone. I don't want to be nasty to nobody. So we will defend Elvis in the right way. It's so important to me, really, really important to me. Yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm a Priscilla fan. I'm going to give you hundreds of things I'm not happy with that Priscilla has done. I want Priscilla to be investigated. I want to bring Priscilla to the table so she admits all of her wrongdoing to Elvis and to Lisa and to Riley and to the twins and to Tupelo. Because ultimately, when Priscilla gets given money, the money comes out of the grandkids' pockets. Some people don't realize that. When Riley gave Priscilla $1 million, paid her legal fees of $400,000, and gave her $100,000 a year as a Graceland advisory payment, whatever they call it, that money came out of the pocket of Riley, Finley, and Harper, the grandkids. Riley, Finley, and Harper, the grandkids. So Priscilla is taking money out of the pocket of her own grandkids. It's crazy. Let's have a look. Made me happy with the video from the kids. I love them. Oh, thanks, Helen. Linda, we don't have to. Some of the derogatory things that are done with Priscilla, I just don't like it, guys. Laugh out loud, solid. Why did you hope you didn't hurt yourself? So you hope you didn't hurt yourself, right? Yeah, Vibex, come on. Me and Vibex, we chat on email. Come on, we know we do things from a good place. Coffee all over the floor. Thanks. All right, so was Gio dancing or laughing? It's not in our heart to hate. Good. Because unfortunately, some other channels, they're quite hateful. I don't like it. I've been trying to help Liam Payne fans with their grief, knowing the grief of our singer, told them to take care of themselves and let the grief out, that they are not alone. Nicola, my wife was talking about Liam Payne this morning. Nicola, they've arrested 3 people, haven't they? They've arrested 3 people. And the fact that he was pushed into that apartment in this hotel where there's a balcony. So, you know, it's very, very sad. And one of the One Direction members lives near me here. There's a place called Clevedon, and they filmed a video. One Direction filmed a video on a pier. It's a green pier. Look it up. The song is called what's it called? I'm trying to remember what it's called. What's it called? It'll come to me in a second. But they recorded a video just round the corner from here, One Direction. So it's very sad. Yeah, it is sad, guys. The fame kills. I've always said that. Fame kills. I've always said that if Elvis had not become famous, he'd be alive now. If Elvis had not become famous, he would be with his grown-up kids and grandkids, deeply in love with his wife that he's been married to for 50 years. Elvis would have lived a completely different life if he had not become famous. Fame kills. Fame kills. You are a lady, Angel Eyes. You definitely are. Yes. If you're brought up right, you don't bully people. You don't attack people. You do it in the right way. Unfortunately, to defend Elvis, that's such extreme wrongdoing by Priscilla. Same goes for Lisa Marie. Such extreme wrongdoing at the hands of Priscilla, especially because of the boyfriends, the drug taking, the partying. We do have to put Priscilla on the spot. We do, which is awkward for me, but I don't feel we have a choice. I feel that until she comes and admits the wrongdoing to the fans, to the world, we're going to have to keep pushing and pushing. That's the way it is, guys. Hi, Ricardo. I like your little logos. Fame definitely has cut short many lives. Anyway, guys, we've been on for 1 hour and 36 minutes. My wife is about to come home with my daughter. I'm not going to tell you the news because something has happened with my daughter, something good. Hopefully, fingers crossed, something good. I don't want to jinx it, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to wait for them to pull up in front of the house. And fingers crossed, something good is happening. Thank you, guys. We've loved it. I will, when I come back later, we are going to read chapter 18 of this book. And we are going to review it and criticize it. Yesterday, I did say we were going to talk about Gracelands. Who owns it, about Elvis Presley, Elvis Presley Enterprises, who owns it. I need to be in the mood for that because it's a bit serious. I need to be in the mood for it. Okay, guys? So, Angel Eyes, you should be proud of yourself. I will. Helen, I will. Yes, it is Finola. Right. I'll let you know what happens with my daughter in about an hour. Maybe in about an hour. I'm going to do my weightlifting. I'm going to go for a run, walk the dogs. So maybe hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. 2 hours. I'm going to come back, do another live. Take care, guys. Love to all of you. Really enjoyed it this morning. We've had a brilliant morning, haven't we? We've enjoyed chilling with a coffee. Of course, if you like what I do, send me a coffee. Hit the coffee button on the YouTube channel. Send me a thank you. Click the thank you button, send me a thank you, become a member, it's only $1 a month, subscribe, like. Guys, we'll be back. We do 2 live streams a day. Guys, love to all of you. Thank you for the coffee. It was enjoyable. Take care, guys.